What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to We the Champs.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
We in here. We just had week 2 of college football in the books, and a very, very special Sunday just occurred. NFL kickoff with the greatest ending we could ever have hoped to see, with a walk-off touchdown in Monday Night Football. Let's get into the mix. You got your hosts, Jay and God, fellas. Introduce yourself, even though y'all don't need any introduction.
What up? I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go ahead, Mister. Go ahead.
All right. This Uncle D is here. Hanging out with my nephews in here.
Yeah, the second nephew finally arrived. You already know, co-host.
the prodigal son, the prodigal nephew.
He finally came home.
Good to be in here, man. Good to be in here. Shout out to y'all holding it down, like real talk. Day in and day night, talking about them sorry ass Panthers. I meant to say sorry. Talking about the Panthers.
Hey man, we just gonna keep pounding, bro.
Hey, go ahead though. Go ahead.
We just gonna keep pounding, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Atlanta won their Super Bowl the other day, so
sure enough. Hold on, did Atlanta? All right, before we get into this real quick, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with everybody you know. We the Champs got some heat coming. All right. When did Atlanta last win a Super Bowl, Jay? Question for you.
When the jerseys was different, when times was different.
Okay. Who was their best player when they won the Super Bowl?
They won a Super Bowl.
We lost the Super Bowl. We ain't never win.
Oh, who was y'all's best player when y'all lost? That's what I'm getting at.
I have no idea.
Who was their best player when they lost, Uncle D?
Mike.
When they lost?
Yeah.
Who talking about Matt Ryan?
Oh shit!
They don't raise their brains, bro. They don't even bring
my bad. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. I'm tripping.
We got 2 appearances, bro.
Yeah. What's the other appearance? The prior appearance. My bad.
1.5 appearance because y'all didn't play it the second half of that game.
Damn, bro. This ended up into like a trash talking thing. I didn't even intend for this. All right. Who's the best player in the first Super Bowl appearance?
Jamal.
Damn.
I want to know. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
That's your team, bro. You asked me about the Carolina Panthers when they went to the Super Bowl. I can tell you who was on their team. That's your team, nephew.
However, I think this is before Jay started watching football.
Look, this is back in the day.
Like back in the 90s?
Man, yeah, they appeared in the Super Bowl.
1998.
And who was y'all's best player on that damn team, bro? You know who it was. Come on, bro. You a Falcons fan.
Man, if it's before Vic, they ain't shit.
Goddamn prime time, bro. Let's go. The head coach, Colorado. Colorado keep on rolling, guys. They keeping it up.
You setting it up.
Let's go, bro. Prime time, keeping it rolling.
Hey, nephew, I appreciate that, man, but Prime wasn't on them when he...
Damn, bro. Oh, I'm going to have to just cut this damn part from the show, bro.
Let me see.
Bro, I'm going to have to just cut this part from the show, bro. This shit's stupid.
Jamal Anderson.
Jamal Anderson.
That's who you was looking for.
Yes, thank you.
I wasn't looking for him, but I found him by accident.
No. Okay. Anyway,
right.
Colorado.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Colorado, man, the biggest storyline in college football right now, and they keep it rolling. Like we saw in the preseason before, everybody's expecting them. Oh, they're gonna win like 3 to 4 games. They're gonna win like 3 to 4 games, bro. They came out here, beat TCU, the National College Championship runner-up in week 1, and just beat the hell out of Nebraska in week 2 with new head coach, former Panthers head coach Matt Rule, who was prior a very, very successful the man, a very, very successful robber and head coach in college football. He robbed the Panthers of $40 million.
Oh yeah, he did.
Hey, he got out of there.
Man, I just want to say one thing about that game Saturday. Dude, I was watching it. I felt the energy in Colorado through the TV. I'm like, there's no way in hell there's no way they're losing this game. There's no way that they're losing this game.
Man, what you got on that, Jay?
I'll be completely honest. I didn't see them losing this game at all. Right? They got way too much sauce, way too much momentum. With Nebraska talking that talk, and Primetime not the one that you talk that talk to, and they coming off a good W against TCU in week 1. I don't know, the Colorado team look good, but it's still too early to sit here and glorify 2 W's in college football. Like, okay, it's something. It's a nice little storyline, but I'm not going. I'm not going to be in awe over 2 W's, especially against a Nebraska team ran by Mr. Rule. I ain't falling for it, but it's a good W, and I love the storyline. Primetime Dion doing his thing along with Sanders. So, I'm still neutral with it. What you got? I'm still neutral.
All right, so I'll say this: it's not even the fact that they're winning; it's the way that they're winning. So. Mm-hmm. The way that they come out, they're prepared for every game. Like when you listen to Coach Prime, like talk about his players, he knows how to motivate his players. He knows how to scheme, and he's surrounded himself with like the coordinators they need. So they play Colorado State this weekend, so they're gonna be 3-0.
Yeah, right.
I know that they're not gonna be downplaying anybody that coming up just because. Prime practices hard as a player. He always keeps his teams prepared. He always keeps everybody motivated. So, I mean, I know you're like it's 2-0, but that's a big deal. They have six top 25 teams coming up on their schedule. So,
Dude, I just hope they can stay undefeated until they reach USC and vice versa. The same thing. USC stays undefeated. Dude, like major. You think of all the SEC you think of all the big time SEC matchups and Big Ten matchups that happen, that will far exceed all of those if USC and Colorado match up both undefeated, highly ranked teams.
So,
that'd be major.
So if Caleb Williams plays against Saunders and both teams are undefeated, and Sanders beats him.
Woo!
Oh yeah, he's jumping him for sure.
I'm just saying.
Woo!
Oh, that's kind of like a scenario with the who was it? Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. But I mean, Joel didn't play, but it was like kind of one of those things. It's like, all right, they got a primetime matchup, the 2 MVP front runners. Let's see who wins this game. Let's see who wins this game. Joel didn't even play, bro.
I ain't gonna never forgive him for that, bro.
Man, we can't talk about Embiid, man, on this channel. Not yet. Got a lot. That'll take too much time talking about your 76ers on here, man.
Okay. All right. So next thing, rolling in college football, or they're not rolling so hard anymore, and that's the Roll Tide going down to the Horns, 34-24. Man, so I had this game on the schedule. I was peeping out. I remember last year. So last year, this matchup, Texas should have won, but this was the game where I learned Bryce Young was really that dude. Just him willing his team, getting his team down in the final 2 minutes of the game, getting them in field goal range. I was like, damn, Bryce is noise, and they edged that one out. And now we have Texas coming back for revenge. I mean, it's like this. It's like the Texas story just builds up every year, and then it's just underwhelming every time. But this year they have a Heisman hopeful and QN Ewers. They have their team built up, and they're ranked up high in Texas. The Horns took down the Roll Tide, man. Which, thank goodness, bro. God, get Bama out of here, bro. Damn, somebody get them out of here, bro. Goodness. And I'm glad it's somebody out of conference, too, that finally beat Bama in the regular season, bro. Boys, fellas, what y'all got on that?
I'm with you on that. I'm ready for Roll Tide to just get stumped out by everybody.
Everybody, bro. All the pain they cause Georgia fans.
I want them to suffer, man.
I'm mad that I pulled my pick back last week, man. I should have. Yeah, I was picking Texas, but then I didn't even realize they were playing in Texas. I thought they were playing in Alabama. So, honestly, I thought Bama was gonna lose, man. They could lose 3 games this year.
Who? Oh, right, exactly.
Bama could lose 3 games this year.
They could. I actually watched some of that game. They just look uncertain. Like they're not playing with the same confidence and swagger that we're so used to seeing all these years. You know, NCAA championships. You know, going in and just taking out teams 50-7. It was absurd to see a team score against Bama, but. This Texas game, they wanted their head. They smell blood.
Oh yeah, they did. They absolutely.
Yeah, they smell blood and they played like it. I'm happy to see the head coach for Bama. He looked frustrated over there.
Same.
Yeah, he looked frustrated.
It's like you deserve this.
He looked frustrated after the third and definitely was frustrated in the fourth quarter. But on another note, I'm gonna turn it to you, Uncle D. On another note, Texas ain't look that good though. They ain't look like they was, like they was it. You know what I'm saying? They look like, they got some stuff to clean up. But for Bama to lose that game against a team that Texas ain't on UGA level. Even Ohio State looked good too. I'm serious. Ohio State looked good.
Ohio State didn't look good the first week against Indiana.
Yeah,
but they ain't play nobody. But
I was about to say Ohio State played like high school team or something this week, right?
Yeah, they ain't play nobody. so of course they look good. But
look good.
I think Texas still look slightly above average, but I'll take the W over Roll Tide any day, anytime. Go ahead, D.
But I'm just saying, all right, so Texas didn't look good, you're saying, but they looked good enough to beat an Alabama team that has been the best team in college football over the last 15 years, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is probably the first time that Coach Saban is going to have to actually coach a team without a Heisman caliber quarterback within the last 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to actually coach. So since he didn't pick up people in the transfer portal and all that stuff, all these old heads.
So
understanding what to do with the portal, like they're losing talent.
Yeah. So question about that. So that's the notion with Dabo Swinney. It's like he's not liking the NIL thing. He's not liking the transfer portal. Now, I didn't hear about Nick Saban in this. Is Nick Saban is he old head in the same way a lot?
Nick Saban is tap dancing around it, but when they first started announcing NIL, Nick Saban was not a big proponent of it. He's trying to use it and trying to backpedal into it now, but you can see the programs that are embracing it and that are improving. Like Texas money is long.
Bro, dude, they're going in the next 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years. They're buying the championship. They will have a championship. It's going to happen.
Their money is long. Those programs are embracing transfer portal and understanding like it's a different day and age, man. And if I'm gonna go play in Alabama or I'm gonna go play in LA and go to USC or something,
and get a rack
and get a rack and make your money, or you can go to Texas and make your money and not pay taxes on it. So these kids are making money. It is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. And then you see the correlation. It's like you look at USC and Texas, their programs, historically good college football programs that have been starved for like national recognition, like being in the top where they were before. I mean, you look at USC in Texas, they had Pitch Young, freaking Matt Leinart back in those days, Cush Bush and whatnot. I mean, USC were good. They were good for a few years after that, and they fell off. And then Texas, they haven't been the same since they lost Colt McCoy. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're bringing in the Manning boy, the Manning nephew.
Yeah,
like, he's just sitting ready. He's sitting ready to play. And the player right now is Quinn Ewers, the Heisman candidate. So, hey man, we're gonna see the power turn, bro. It's crazy.
Bama need to do something because that quarterback they got now, man. He got a long way to go, bro.
Man,
very long way. Very long way to go.
That dude is going behind
Bryce Jones,
Tua,
Jalen Hurts.
Yo, it's the same situation with the quarterback of Clemson. Those dudes are falling out, legends, you know. So
they better step up.
They fell out. You said they fell out the top 25. D.
Man, yeah. R.I.P. Clemson. I mean, they might be back, but they fell out. Even though they won. But I mean, other teams actually played better than Clemson. Yeah. But with this schedule, man, in the ACC, Clemson could probably win the next 8 games either way.
They chopping up. They playing what?
I feel like they're definitely going to be a team much like last year that just gets better as the year goes on. You know, I mean, like we said, we're looking at what they're going with, what's happening right now. But Dabo Swinney can still coach a football team.
Yeah, he's coaching a football team, man. But what would happen if they would have kept DJ? DJ out there chopping them up.
Yeah, he's balling. He's balling right now.
Come on, man. So it is what it is.
So yeah, man, this stuff heating up already, boy. You see the hands. FSU down there. FSU is like what? They're number 3, number 4 right now.
Number 3.
Number 3. And Texas jumped in the top 5.
Yeah. So you got your Dogs is number 1.
Yes, sir.
Wolverines number 2, and then FSU. So
nice.
So we'll see, man. It's shaping up to be a pretty nice season so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right, guys. So that about wraps it up for the college football edition. You already know.
Oh, Lord.
Yo, we gotta invest in some actual audio for that.
Yeah, we need something.
All right. Hey, so we just had week 1 pass in NFL, man. Greatest time of the year. We already know the opening Sunday is like damn near like Christmas, 4th of July, the best holiday in America, man.
It was awesome.
Let's just set it off with what we saw last night. Aaron Rodgers going down, ... And the Jets taking it to the crib for game, bro. What y'all fellas got for me?
Man, I felt horrible for Aaron Rodgers, man. You gotta look at it like this. I have never seen in all my years of watching sports something go from like dude running out on the field with a flag, you know what I'm saying, and hyped up and fireworks going on.
Hard knocks, green everywhere.
Then,
bro, it was like the September 11th like thing in New York.
Yeah. Then four plays into the game, their trash offensive line. The only part of that team that's suspect, the only part of the Jets that was suspect, that trash offensive line, loses your $100 million quarterback in all the hopes and dreams of all these Jets fans.
They said the broadcasters was like, it's like all the breath, the air was taken out of the stadium. Oh my gosh, bro. He didn't even get to do nothing, bro.
Bro, I feel like
it was 4 plays.
Voodoo all on him, man.
Bro, like Zach Wilson was like, huh? I'm back in there again. Like me?
Yeah.
Coach me?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel bad for the team, man.
See,
not that it's my team, I still feel bad for him.
It's just like, damn, bro. At least like 4 plays, bro. He didn't even get to do nothing.
He hadn't even completed a pass in a Jets uniform.
I know, right, bro? That was that was terrible. But we haven't gotten an update yet. I mean, it's looking pretty bad. However, we haven't gotten a full update yet. So
let's see, man, because they're saying this morning they have the MRI schedule, and it's looking like it's a blown Achilles, is what they're saying.
Blown. That's a wrap. That's a wrap for this year, and who knows about the future? You know?
Yeah, they're talking about they don't know if he's coming back as of right now. Like, I mean,
it's over. It's over. He out for the season, man.
No, they're talking about it might be over.
Yeah, I mean, considering his age on top of it, it's devastating. It's like the walk-off, punt return touchdown. Like, yeah, that was cool. But I'm pretty sure in that moment, everybody was still like, dang.
Zach Wilson
lost.
Man.
I mean, he came in and
was leading up.
He came in and threw just straight up threw a pick when he got in the game, bro. It was like, I remember my dad texting me. I guess my dad, he had the broadcast. I guess his TV was ahead of mine, and he said Zach Wilson and emoji with the hand on the face. And I'm like, damn, bro, already? Oh, my gosh. But, I mean, they have some positive spots, man. Breece Hall looked really good. Breece Hall had that 80-yard run. And then you got to look at this defense, man. This defense was killer. Jay, tell me what Josh Allen did last night.
Josh threw 3 interceptions.
He threw 3 interceptions.
Didn't he have a fumble, too?
4 turnovers, 3 INTs. I mean, the thing you're supposed to clean up, right? The thing you're supposed to clean up coming into the season, and you did exactly that.
Not my quarterback.
I sold my Josh Allen stock last season after that Minnesota Viking game, and definitely after they lost that game against the Bengals. Head to head, I sold my Josh Allen stock then. So
it's crazy, man. Like, was it 2 years ago, going into the season, everybody was like, Josh Allen is the next quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes better look over his shoulder.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like at the beginning, like you said at the beginning of last season, Josh Allen's better than Mahomes.
Yeah, there was.
I was one of them. I was there. Yeah, that was me.
You said that?
I was one of them. I was stating that his ceiling was higher, like all the quarterback tools that he's had, his athleticism, his arm. Like I was saying that he could take the throne of being the best quarterback in the league. But again, like I said, I watched. There was a close game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills, and I watched how Josh Allen handled that game. He had 2 red zone picks, and then continue on the season. He threw a lot of interceptions when he did not need to throw an interception. I've seen it over and over again. And then instead of trusting his receivers, he always try to use his legs. And for me, that's not a good sign of your franchise quarterback. That's not something that should be here. And I sold my Josh Allen stock. I gave it away, sold it for some more Joe Burrow stock, and I haven't regretted my decision at all.
So he leads the NFL in turnovers total in the last 4 seasons. Josh Allen has led the NFL in total turnovers. We put that dude on a pedestal, but then Lamar Jackson can't get his money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you put Lamar Jackson on that team, like, I'm sorry, they would have been won a Super Bowl. They would have been won a Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
It's 2 things I believe that because Josh Allen was boosted to the pedestal when he had Brian Daboll over there. That's been the biggest difference. Soon as Brian Daboll went to the New York Giants, Josh Allen kind of reverted back to Josh Allen that he was in college. Inaccurate balls.
One season where he didn't turn the ball over though. He's only had one season that he's been in the NFL that he didn't turn the ball over.
That was the Brian Daboll season. That was it.
But he was with him for like 2 years before then though. He was still turning the ball over.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you went out there Monday night. You know, all eyes is on that TV. 8:00. That was probably one of the most watched games, be it not Josh Allen, but
that game was. Man, let's go to the ending of that game, man. Jay, what'd you? So I was standing right by Jay watching the broadcast of this game. We're like, damn, the Bills are going 4th and out. I think it was 4th and 12. They punted the balls in the air. And Jay, what did you say?
Plenty of opportunity right there. He go 4 and out. I mean, I get it's a tough defense, but yeah, they ended up punting, and I seen the opportunity. I said he got to take this to the crib.
Bro, it was crib energy in the air.
You got to take it to the crib, man. And sure enough, that's what he did. Lights out.
Man. So that guy he was one of the last guys to make the roster. They had that on Hard Knocks when he came into the office, and they're like, "Oh man, he made the team." Man, they had it all like, "Oh, he wasn't going to make the team." Like, how'd you do? The odds are stacked against you, and bro, that was just an amazing moment. That moment right there is like that is why we like watching. We love sports and love watching sports and talking about it right there. So that was a perfect set off for the end of the NFL Week 1.
You got Uncle D.
That team fought to win a game that they shouldn't have really won. And then you have to look at it like this, man. Josh Allen lost to Zach Wilson on Monday Night Football after Aaron Rodgers was knocked out of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
That, like, if you just write that down, that tells you everything you need to know about the Buffalo Bills.
That's what I'm saying. He had opportunity after opportunity to put this game away. I mean, they were up, 13-6?
13-3.
Yeah,
13-3. They were up. I mean, that was his game to win. And Zach Wilson comes in. I mean, like I said, the Jets defense is tough. But you got to find a way to win those. You got to win that game.
So, do you guys give them any shot this season without Aaron Rodgers?
No.
No. Like I'm saying, they could be like they're like a suboptimal team. You know, they got everything around them, but that ball is just not going to move. It's not going to move like it needs to on offense. I mean, they can have a good run game.
Yeah.
You know, the dynamic punch of Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. However, it's just they're not going to have enough on offense.
He was the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah, the talent's there.
3 years ago. So I mean, like the jury's still out to me. Like maybe working with Aaron help him get his swagger back. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't enough. Because I mean, first off, the drop off. I mean, these guys were. It was. They had Super Bowl hopes. You know what I'm saying? With Aaron Rodgers coming, that roster is talented.
Yeah.
Rodgers is gone. It's. I mean, I don't think they make the playoffs now. Like, that's where I'm at.
Not making the playoffs, but them dudes, you got a roster full of professionals, right? So they should have enough pride that, like, you have one of the top rosters, top to bottom, in the NFL, except your quarterback, who was a former number 2 pick 3 years ago. You should be able to make a wild card spot. You have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL.
I don't know about the AFC, man. Maybe the NFC they could get away with it.
Sure. But I'm just saying this is what the guys in the locker room are thinking. Like, they shouldn't be ready to lay down like that. They should lay down.
Man, but it's
I'm not saying they're gonna win because I didn't even pick them as my team. I'm just saying.
My thing is, it's like, how are they? Somebody scores a touchdown on them. How are they going to answer that back? Like, Zach Wilson going to march them down the field, or is he going to throw a pick six? Like, that's my thing with that.
You never know.
He might can march them.
All right, guys, let's move it on, man. The other biggest storyline here: the Cowboys bust down the Giants 40-0, bro. That that was hard to watch, man. That was hard to watch.
What I tell you about that dude?
Which dude?
Your quarterback in New York.
Oh, Danny Dimes. He good. He good.
Oh my God, man! No, come on now.
Hey man, that's 40. That's Mr. 40 million right there. He's straight. He's straight.
Let me speak on this.
Danny Dimes look like Zach Wilson from last season.
Let me speak on this. So New York, they know what they got, man. Everybody knows that Danny. It's not Danny Dimes, but we call him that. That nickname is actually sarcastic itself because they know he ain't Dimes, right? It's a joke, right? Danny Dimes ain't Danny Dimes. It's more like Danny Pennies. So the thing is, they made a playoff. They made the playoffs last year. Not only did they make the playoffs, they won a playoff game last year. And so, it was either they pay him or they go and get another quarterback. Now, the risk that they take or they franchise him, which they probably should have franchised him, but they franchised Saquon, right? So the thing is, they could either go get another quarterback and risk regressing this year, or just sign Danny again and continue to win games or build off of what they did last year. And I think that's the route New York took, and paying him all that money. Because I mean, it's New York. It's New York, right? They've been bad since 2018. I don't think they made a playoff appearance since 2017.
They made a playoff appearance, like I think it was Odell's second year or third year or something like that. Yeah,
Eli Manning was still there. They still had all that going on. And so they've been bad, man. So they get a playoff win last year. Well, they kind of had to bring Daniel Jones back, to stay relevant.
It's Danny Dimes. You had it right. Man,
does that make sense? You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna let my other nephew go, and then I'm gonna make my counterpoint.
So I'm gonna just get back to this game, man. Jay, like you like to say, and how you backed up Kirk Cousins last year. Who did they get blown out? They got blown out by the Cowboys last year, right? Kirk Cousins and them. Hey, the Giants just fell in a hole against arguably what could be the best defense in the league for this season. Yeah. And I feel like this game is just a scratch. Like this is just a week one scratch for the Giants. I mean, you look at how it started. They got down to field goal range, blocked the kick, took it all the way to the crib. All right. Ran the kickback. Saquon Barkley got hit as he was catching the ball, interception, bam, like that. Then they kicked the field goal. Pretty sure Danny Dimes threw a pick six in there somewhere, something like that. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to play catch up ball now, and that's just not what they, that's just not what they're built for. That's not what they do. They can progress into that kind of situation or team, but I feel like at the beginning of the season, that's just not what they're built for. They got Darren Waller. He's a get downfield guy. Jalen Hyatt, the rookie, can stretch the field. Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton. I mean, they have guys out there that can do things, but this day was not their day. And this Cowboys defense, man, I want to give all the credit to the Cowboys defense because we knew how badass they were going to be this season coming into this game. I mean, you got Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore on opposite sides. You got Mr. Lockdown. You got Mr. Lockdown corner and Gilmore, and you got big playmaker corner Trayvon Diggs. Not only that, bro.
That's tough.
You know how many pressures?
Michael Parsons is probably the best defensive player in the league.
Dude, he's so fast coming off the edge, dude. Every play, even when we play Madden, bro, it's always Michael Parsons just every time. He's so damn fast off the edge, man. I think Danny Dimes got rushed on damn near 50%. Danny, what he?
Daniel Jones, man.
Look, bro, he got pressured on about 42% of his dropbacks. Like, bro, you look at the numbers, man. They were bringing it to him.
Bro, I hear you. I hear everything. Everything you saying is 100% factual. 100% factual. But Daniel Jones looked like he wasn't prepared to play football that day.
Yeah.
And when you give somebody that much money to come out and quarterback your team, that's not what you want to see. You can't have your quarterback looking like that. And then here's another thing too. They're coached by a former Bill Belichick protege. Right? Every time that a Bill Belichick protege comes out and coaches a team, their first year, that team makes a big leap and a big jump. And then they usually make the playoffs that first year under a Bill Belichick coach team. Or they increase their win total every time. And then the second year, they always regress.
There you go, Jay. There's a trend for you, Jay. Jay been praying on the Giants' downfall, man.
I haven't.
He's praying on the Giants' downfall.
Bro, who else? They are probably the worst team in the division this year.
From the looks of how the Commanders play,
they're gonna bounce back, man. The Giants gonna bounce back from this.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna bounce back, maybe, but who are they better than in their division? Maybe the Commanders. Maybe.
So the Commanders, they had a lot of pressure on Sam Howell in that game. Maybe the offensive line isn't up to par, and Sam Howell's a really good down the field thrower, and I'm pretty sure that's what Bieniemy and the team were looking for to get Sam Howell. So you might see a lot of quick plays, quick passes in the upcoming weeks. But the defense, that Commanders defense is serious.
So
they're serious.
Still, so the Giants are better than who in that division? Who are they better than?
I think they could be better than the Commanders still. I think so. I'm not selling my Giant stock yet. I mean, yeah, they got their ass whooped pretty badly.
Really
but
bad.
I still think I mean, they still got Saquon. He's a house call. Darren Waller, he had a couple good plays. And that defense for the Giants is still there. Dexter Lawrence, top 5 nose tackle in the game. They got fast linebackers. They can still make some things shake. Come out with a 9-8 record somewhere around there.
Bro, who they got next week? They got the Cardinals. So they got the Cardinals next week. Which they should win. If they lose to the Cardinals, because the Cardinals are playing hard.
They did play hard. They played hard.
And then
it was out there.
they played hard.
They did.
They played harder than what everybody else expected, right? But then Giants play Seattle, which if they don't beat the Cardinals, no. After the Cardinals, you know who they play after that?
Oh,
the 49ers.
That's an L.
then they play the Seahawks.
They can beat the Seahawks.
Maybe. And then after that, they play the Dolphins.
They can beat the Dolphins.
You out your mind, bro.
They can beat the Dolphins.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, fella. Hold on. We gotta move. No, we gotta move on, bro. We gotta move on. All right. All right. Next up, damn, I forgot what the hell I was about to say now. Okay, man. Let's just get into this real quick. The Dolphins and the Chargers. That electric. I call this an electric matchup. During the preview last week, man.
Said to take the over, yep.
I said to take the over, and man, I'm just so thankful I drafted Tyreek Hill with the number 5 overall pick in my fantasy draft. Bro, that was awesome. Oh my goodness.
This season.
What'd you say?
MVP.
Offensive MVP. Jay said Tyreek ain't a receiver. He just a fast dude. Jay just say he a fast dude.
Hey, he just a return specialist.
Hey, this man said he's going for 2,000 yards this year, bro. That's still a large plate, but I mean he'll get close.
It's a possibility.
Well,
now all right, let's look at.
Go ahead, man.
Now let's look at Tua here, man. So I feel like the notion with Tua is a lot familiar. It's a lot of correlation with Brock Purdy. What else does Tua have to do to prove that he's a legit good quarterback in the league? Why aren't people giving him his credit?
Jay, you got that?
I mean,
why aren't people giving him his credit, bro? I mean, is it
he
because
got to
the
play
concussions,
17
bro?
games. He got to play 17 games.
But we know he's gonna play good, bro. Like that's the thing. We just know he's gonna play good for 17 games, man. Like
Look,
I don't get it.
That man got so much head trauma, man, and that's not to take concussions lightly at all, because that's a
Bro,
very
he threw
serious.
what he throw for 440? He threw for 440, bro. 466, bro. Come on, man.
But it helps when you're going against a Brandon Staley led team who single coverage Tyreek Hill the entire time. I'm serious, man. I'm serious, man.
Solid, though.
Bro,
How many years have we seen that Chargers defense have studs over there?
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. We gotta get Tua his flowers, bro. Like, come on, man.
Man,
we gotta give Tua his flowers, bro. He's a legit quarterback.
Anytime Tua has been on the field, he's balled out.
He's played good, bro. Like I don't get it. Same thing I'm saying with Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah.
People don't want to give Brock Purdy that credit because he's just a young quarterback.
I seen Tua go out bad against the Green Bay Packers last year. I seen it. Man.
But you forget, every quarterback is one bad hit away from that happening. Every quarterback is one bad hit away.
I get it.
It's not that a quarterback. Everybody is one bad hit away like that. I mean,
so it's Tua top 10 quarterback in the league. That's what I'm at.
See, look, listen to this, man. No, he's not top 10.
Yes, he is a damn top 10 quarterback. Give me 10 quarterbacks better than Tua, bro. Go ahead.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
I'm gonna say Josh Allen.
Bro, come on. Hey, first off, let's not do Allen like that. I mean, he had his bad moments, but let's not do Josh Allen like that, y'all.
Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Trevor
Lawrence.
That's probably it.
Come on.
I'm not gonna throw Tua in there. I'm gonna keep Aaron Rodgers away from there. Deshaun Watson's better.
Nah, you can't say that right now. You can't even. No. You cannot say Deshaun Watson's better right now. You cannot say that. No, you cannot say that right now, bro. Deshaun Watson's only played 4 games in 3 years?
Deshaun better.
We had bro. We have to see more from Deshaun. We see more from Tua recently than we see from Deshaun, bro. We still haven't seen. Have we yet seen Deshaun ball out since he's returned? Answer that question. No. Yes or no. That's a yes or no question.
No. Jared Goff is better than Tua.
What?
I don't know, bro.
Jared Goff.
I feel like
Jared Goff.
I feel like they close. I feel like they close.
I do too. I'm not gonna do that Jared Goff slander in here, but I would say Tua is like maybe 7 or 8 in the league.
I mean, you're really looking at Dak and Tua. Dak, Tua, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins. They're like all in the same little boat.
You treating dude like you Kyler Murray or something.
I don't get it, bro. What don't you like about Tua, bro? He got something against Tua.
No, it's not that. It helps.
What is it, bro?
It helps when you have Tyreek Hill.
Bro, all right, Joe Burrow. All right, Burrow has Chase, Boyd, all the mother boys. Herbert has Allen. Damn.
Tyreek Hill.
But bro, you can't even. Kirk Cousins has Jefferson, bro. You can't do that, bro. Come on now.
None of them Tyreek Hill.
Mahomes came into the league, had Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Come on.
Half of those 466 yards is to one receiver, bro.
That don't mean nothing. He still got the ball to him. He's still throwing the ball, bro. Come on.
How many great quarterbacks? I mean,
had great receivers.
Have had bad quarterbacks.
I got to see more. I got to see more. I got to see some more adversity.
How much more adversity you had to see?
Motherfucker got a concussion. Motherfucker had a concussion and came back in the game, bro. What else you want to see, bro?
I got to see more, man, because what's eye-popping is these big games from Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle where you see them running the slants and then they outrun everybody. Okay,
who else he throwing it to?
I'm just saying, right? But what I'm looking for is second quarter comebacks, right? At the halftime where you
Bro, all right, tell me. All right, hold on.
Down the field.
Tell me last year, what team did they come back on against in week 2? It was either week 2 or week 3 last season. Big dog team, the Baltimore Ravens. They were down. They came back and won that game. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't understand. You tripping, Jay. You tripping,
because
bro.
Y'all giving praise to him throwing bombs downfield to the fastest player in the league. Like, anybody can do that. That's what I'm saying. Anybody can do that.
Bro. You're not watching the game, man. You're not watching the game.
Anybody can drop that and throw it in the air, and Tyreek Hill outrun the safety and the DB to the ball.
But you gotta look at the ball play. Look at the ball placement on that fade route touchdown. But you gotta look at every pass. So it's not just that. Those are the highlights. You a highlight dude right now, bro. You being a highlight dude right now.
I'm not being a highlight dude.
Yes, you are, bro.
And
then we praising him again against Brandon Staley defense. Like
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask you this, Jalen.
Yes.
All right. So his ball placement on short passes this season or the last 2 years has been crazy. Short passes.
That shit like 100%.
Crazy. How's his deep ball look?
His deep ball looks phenomenal.
Okay. How was his decision making?
Great.
Does he turn the ball over?
No.
So what else do you need out of a quarterback?
I mean, his number one thing when Tua was drafted, what did they say? Accurate passing. Yes. You look at him play at Bama, man. All those games I watched him play at Bama, just straight accuracy, pinpoint accuracy, man.
I'm not saying that.
I mean, you can legit make the case. You can legit make the case he's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Oh, 100%.
Let me say this, and then I'm off of it. I'm not saying that he's not talented. I'm not saying that he's not accurate. I'm not saying he doesn't throw a beautiful ball. All I'm saying is we're putting him up in the top 10 slate,
dude,
based off of huge highlight plays from Tyreek
Hill bro.
And Jalen Waddle.
Consistency, bro. It's consistency.
His QBR from last season was crazy too, man. Like he was leading the league in QBR until he got hurt. Like he was like consistent. He was. It's not just the big plays. I am not a Tua. And honestly, he had to prove to me last year that he could do it, and he proved it. So I'm gonna shut up. What was I saying? He came out. He had to prove it week 1 to me that he can come back and not play scared. Come out there. Did he look shook? He didn't come out there looking shook. And most quarterbacks that would have had those type of injuries, those type of hits, would have looked shook. He didn't look shook, not once. Even last season when he came back, he didn't look scared. He didn't play scared all year. So I give him his props.
Man, that man Tyreek Hill was burning them boys up.
Yeah, he was.
and Tua just dropping it in the egg basket for him, which is good. That's not to knock it to him, but
bro, you knocking them, bro. No, you're not.
Chargers and what
that's it. That's your main thing. That's your main thing, Tyreek Hill.
What I tell you in the previews, I said the Chargers team, they look soft, and I expected the Dolphins to shoot them up, and that's exactly what they did.
Man, you can't help who your competition is going to be. All you can do is just prepare yourself and come out.
All them studs over there.
I mean, that's all he did. He came out, he executed the way he was supposed to. And
all right, fellas.
He comes out, he executes.
Oh yeah. But all right, good talk on that one, guys. Let's wrap that one up. Next thing, bro. The San Francisco 49ers beat the hell out of the Steelers 30-7. Dude, this was this a trap bet? Like, you had the trend, Mike Tomlin, historical home dog, just comes and plays. You had we have all the hype behind the Steelers, like, oh yeah, good preseason, Kenny Pickett's second year, good defense, TJ Watt back there. And we see Christian McCaffrey hitting spin moves on people, diving for touchdowns.
That was fire.
Oh my gosh, bro. This was the beating right here. Now, this is definitely not panic mode for the Steelers. I feel like, or I don't feel like, I know this says more about the 49ers than it does for the Steelers.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't, if they would have lost it to somebody else like this, it's different. But I mean, 49ers are one of the top 3 teams in the NFC, period. Nobody's going to argue with that. So You lose to a team that has one of the top 3 defenses in the league. Nobody's going to argue with that. But I guess the only surprise that some people might have is how Brock is killing these dudes. And we talked about that last week, man. Like, Brock is that dude. Like, the team has complete confidence in him enough that, I mean, they shipped out Trey Lance because they knew they didn't even need that dude anymore because they actually had their quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, piggyback off of that. Only thing I got to say is there's no difference between this beatdown that the Niners gave the Steelers than the beatdown that the Giants suffered from the Cowboys. I mean, it's the script is the same way. I mean, they walked into a top 3 NFC team defense with who knows the ceiling for Kenny Pickett, but at the same time, they walked into it, got their asses handed to them. You chalk it up, move on to the next week. Look, go ahead, look towards the next opponent because, charge it to the game, man.
You got to charge it to the game, man.
Yeah.
You lost to the better team.
I mean, Kenny Pickett will be all right. I honestly think. I mean, he's a second-year quarterback. He'll be all right. I mean, it's not like they just gave him $100 million contract or anything.
Yeah, they did. He'll be all right though. That's a tough Niners team, and I mean, Kyle Shanahan, they came ready.
I mean,
now, did you fellas catch any of the Raiders and the Broncos game?
Yes,
I did.
So coming into this game, the Raiders, they put up some numbers on offense. They got new quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. However, the bad part of this team was the defense. They were just atrocious, couldn't stop a nosebleed on defense. Yet they held the Denver Broncos, the new amp Denver Broncos with Sean Payton as their head coach, to still 16 points, which I think is that the same? Is that the same amount they scored last year in the first game against the Seahawks?
I think so.
It's something like that. I could be 1 point off or whatever.
The score was very similar. Yeah.
And they lost pretty much the same way. It
was
very similar. It was very similar to.
Now, Jay, I know you caught a lot of this game. What did you see? You said there were still turnovers on the Broncos offense. They weren't looking that sharp.
Not turnovers. Just a lack of big plays, really. I mean, they did lose Jerry Jeudy. Judy's out. He's kind of their open field guy that stretches the field for them. I still seen a lot of rollouts from Russell Wilson, who he did look better. He did look like Russ Wilson.
He did.
A lot of rollouts, throwing the ball towards the back of the end zone. The run game didn't look that good from Javonte Williams, but I want to give credit to the Raiders, bro. I talked a lot of shit about their defense, but they did look a lot more physical. They look faster. And I mean, if they played to a certain level that gave the offense opportunities, gave the ball back to Jimmy G for them to work, on their side of the ball. So I think what we sleeping on is how good the Raiders can actually be. Because the Broncos ain't look that bad. The Raiders look good. Does that make sense? Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's like what they had this year. Other than that walk-off touchdown they had with Jacobs last year, it's like they really fought for this game. I felt like there was just a little bit more toughness behind him. Even Jimmy G, he didn't even.
I'm gonna give credit to Jacoby Myers played a damn good game, bro.
He looked like a bootleg Devontae Adams. And what's crazy is, bro, I'm watching the game and I don't see his jersey. I don't see his last name on a jersey. I'm like, who the hell is this bootleg Devontae Adams? Number 16, the number right underneath him. And best believe it was Jacoby Myers. Taking away all the targets from Hunter Renfrow, who I had on my bench.
Man. But people act like Jimmy G-led football team is a horrible team. Those teams are always in the game. I'm not a huge Jimmy G fan, but I'm just saying you got to give him respect because his teams are always well prepared. So he's a steady quarterback. So
he made some
you know what
plays,
you're going to
man.
get out of him.
He made some plays, like defense all in his face. He stood and took some shots and still delivered the ball. Like and these are like crucial moments because the game stayed close the entire time. And in the game plan, I think what they said was, okay, we know Devontae Adams is going to get all this attention. You know, Patrick Surtain over there. They got safety help over there. We just going to kill him one-on-one with Jacoby Myers. And him and Jimmy, they delivered, man. I mean, Jacoby had 2 TDs, couple first downs, you know, where, I mean, it was killing the Broncos, man, in crucial moments, taking that team morale away from them. So shout out to the Raiders, man. I ain't gonna say they gonna win the division or nothing. I ain't saying all that. but they gonna go out there and compete.
A real team.
Yeah, they gonna go out there and compete.
But I'm saying with this Sean Payton led team, it's funny that they didn't take any shots anywhere else. They were saying Russell Wilson's had like an average of under 5 yards per attempt in passing this week. That was the lowest in the league. Like everything was a check down. Like they didn't trust him. So it'll be interesting to see if he will earn some trust that they can actually try to make some plays, because really they were just having him out there not to lose the game. He looked like the old Peyton Manning on his last 2 years of the league, just out there trying to let the defense win the game for him. NFL, man, you got to put some points.
But to the defense of Russ, he did lose 2 of his top receivers in that game. His only target was really Cortland Sutton, and maybe that Mims kid. I don't know much about him, but no Tim Patrick, no Jerry Jeudy. So you know he's staring down Cortland Sutton. I know he's staring him down, and so the Raiders, they took full advantage of that. So hopefully they get, draw some more creative offensive schemes to get some points on the board.
All right. Yeah. So guys, we lean into the good stuff on that one. So we lean into like the top topics, and they could have went in this category, but I just saved these 3 the place in a different category. We're going to play a game called Panic or Chill. All right, I'm gonna give you 3 teams, 3 teams in their 3 teams in their scenarios, and the scenarios that happen week 1 going along with their expectations for the season. All right, so Panic and Chill. The Packers beating the Bears 38-20, and Justin Fields still looking like Justin Fields from last season. Panic and Chill. What you got, Jay?
I'm gonna hit the panic button, man.
The panic button?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the panic button because Chicago, the first half, this was a close game, 10-6, and as soon as the Packers went up 17-6, it's like the Bears didn't even have a game plan for Justin Fields. They didn't know what else to do.
It looked like they didn't have an identity, man. I remember they kept rolling them out, and it was just like
it's been like that since last year. They roll them out. DJ Moore, they looking for him, but where's Chase Claypool? He dropping balls, and it's still turning.
Man, did you see him flop? Did you see him flop when the dude pushed him after the play?
Yeah,
and he just fell. I'm like, dude, that tells me all I need to.
Little childish ass boy.
I'm like, bro, that tells me all I need to know about Claypool, bro. Oh my God!
It's still turned into Justin Fields scrambling, trying to make plays. And I just don't think this coach. I don't know who is the coach over there. Who is that? You know who that is?
I forgot.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what they're doing, man, and it's sad. So I'm hitting the panic button.
100% panic. So you gave up all this stuff to get DJ Moore, and how many receptions did DJ Moore have this week?
2 catches for 25 yards.
Come on now. Like, Carolina might as well have kept him. I mean, seriously.
Yep. Should have.
It was sad to see, man. Like, and I feel bad for Justin Fields because you got to look at it like this. Like, they're going to get Carolina's draft pick this year. Carolina's draft pick, if they suck again this year, they could be a top 5 pick. Mm-hmm. Chicago, their draft pick, if they suck again, that could be another top 5 pick. What do you have coming out this year?
Quarterbacks galore.
Quarterbacks galore. Like, you should be on panic mode. And if I was Justin Fields, I would be panicked. So he's got to show improve, or he's going to end up getting replaced. You can say hello to Caleb. You can say hello to Caleb Williams.
And it's sad. It's sad because it's not his fault, man. The talent is there. You can see the arm. You can see the arm he got. That running ability is. That dude can run the ball, man. And that's not what I personally would want my quarterback doing. But to even have that in your arsenal, to be able to run the ball, get first downs like that. I mean, that dude's talented, bro. But these coaches, they don't know. They have no idea what they're doing.
They did not watch the playbook that the Philadelphia Eagles did.
With Hurts.
With Hurts, or the Miami Dolphins did with Tua.
Now, I give one thing, though. One thing, that offensive line is an issue. I mean, Justin Fields was running for his life a lot. Now, we see that he does run out the pocket early before he's finishing his reads and whatnot. However, the offensive line, which they did try to invest in. And they got a rookie on there, but, it's a rookie offensive lineman is a rookie offensive lineman. It's tough to block a 4 or 5 year, 300-pound vet coming at you with the middle bull rushing you. But, so
credit to the Green Bay Packers defense, too. That's a good defense.
So we're hitting the panic button on the Bears. All right. Next, moving on. The Browns. The Cleveland Browns down the Cincinnati Bengals 24-3. We hitting the panic button, or we chilling on this one for the Bengals?
We staying calm.
You want me to go first or no?
Go ahead, Uncle D. What you got?
We staying calm. So Joe Burrow didn't even play preseason. He didn't practice a lot of games. He was recovering from injury. So, honestly, this is almost like a preseason game for him getting reacclimated with his team. And then, the last 3 seasons, Cincinnati started off, slow. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna hit the chill button, man. Just off of what Uncle D said, man. Joe Burrow didn't practice. I mean, he probably hopped out the hospital and went on the field, man. Went out there against. I mean, the Cleveland Browns have a top 5 roster in the NFL. They're at home. They amped up. They want to win this game more than anything. And then on top of that, Joe Burrow has a hard time playing against Myles Garrett. He has Zadarius Smith out there, 2, very good pass rushers. And like I said, he hopped out the hospital room and jumped onto the field. But, they're going to bounce back. I mean, these guys was in the AFC Championship last year. They was in the Super Bowl the year before that. They still got all the talent in the world in the offense. We can chill. We just going to chill on this here.
They're good. They'll be good.
Okay. Now, we also had a NFC West matchup, which this one was so surprising. In a world where we expect the Rams just to be ass and straight terrible, they beat the Seattle Seahawks, and they beat the Seattle Seahawks convincingly. Now, I didn't catch much from this game, like how lines were playing and whatnot. Are we panic or chilling for the Seattle Seahawks right now? And Geno Smith.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I'm hitting the panic button, man.
You hitting the panic?
I'm panicking, man, because
I agree.
First off, you gave up 30 points to who? No Cooper Kupp. I don't know who that boy is. All right.
His name is Nakua or something, bro. He has he got a very funky name.
Let's give Sean McVay his flowers, right? Came out there with the offensive scheme, with a game plan, had his team ready. But again, like I said in the preview, this was the game that the Seahawks were supposed to win, right? You bidding off of last year. You bulked up, more pieces on offense. The defense was young last year, but I mean, what's the most exciting thing about this Seattle offense? The passing game, right? Geno Smith getting to the DK, Tyler, and Jackson Smith. Geno couldn't muster over. They couldn't get 200 yards through the air, bro. And that to me, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I didn't see the Seahawks even remotely taking control of this game. With a veteran coach like Pete Carroll, and again, that defense should have been better this year. Or going against a Rams team that's not that talented. They're not that talented. Matt Stafford had over 300 yards through the air. That's not a good sign to me, man. Especially in week 1. That was
looks
at
like
home too, wasn't
that
it?
looks like Matt. That looks like Matt Stafford showing he still got it.
But I'm saying he's still
was that a home game?
Until that elbow creep up.
Yeah, he's still a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So I mean, you still got him. You still got Aaron Donald out there. I mean, so
what you got, Uncle D? Panic or are we chilling for the Seahawks?
I'm a chill right now. I don't think that I think last year they overachieved, right? So if Seattle overachieved last season, they're just really kind of coming down to earth and being who they really are, right? So my expectations out of Seattle already isn't that high, regardless. So they jumped over LA last season. They're still not going to beat the 49ers this year. So I mean, they are who they are. So I'm not panicking because they are who they are.
So what are they gonna win? What do you think? 7, 8 games or more?
I think they're gonna win 8 games. I think they're gonna win 8 games. And in the NFC, honestly, they could make the playoffs as the wild card team. But I'm not overly panicked about them. Like Geno Smith, he is who he is. He overachieved last year. Thank God he got his money. I'm glad the brother did his thing. But honestly, if you're Seattle right now, Pete Carroll's old. Everybody knows this. Geno Smith, that's why they didn't pay him a whole bunch of money. He had a 3-year deal. So
yeah,
he getting like $30 million per year.
Yeah,
25.
He got 25 mil, 3-year deal. It wouldn't be that bad if they did suck this year. And you have like 4 or 5 decent quarterbacks coming out, somebody that you could groom. So I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Hey, that was a good little segment of Panic or Chill. It's week 1, so we still got a lot more to see. All right, guys. And the last segment of this edition of We the Champs, we're gonna do our rookie QB debut grades. So we have CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and AR5. All right, I'm gonna ask y'all. You're just gonna give me A, B, C minus, D minus, Q plus. All right. For CJ Stroud, what you got, Jazz? Jay, go ahead. Just give me give me a grade in one sentence.
Oh,
or 2 sentences. Give me 2 sentences.
I'm gonna go B minus.
Okay.
I'm gonna go B minus. He put up some decent numbers. They let him throw the ball 40 plus times. First game of the season as a rookie, 40 plus times. That means, you let him get those reps in and no interceptions. I think that's impressive for a rookie, especially going against the Baltimore Ravens defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a B minus for standing strong in there. They took an L, but
a lot
of room to grow.
Gotcha. Darnell, what you got? Grade and give me a couple sentences for CJ Stroud.
B, he looked confident.
Yeah?
He looked confident. He looked like who I wanted to draft.
All right. Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers. They lost 24-10. Darnell, you set this one off. What you got?
D?
Damn. A D for damn.
You said B or D?
D. Throw some D's on them. Yo, my man, the turnovers were big to me. Like, and he made turnovers in the same way. So
it was like the exact same pass.
So that's my thing. If it would have been done a different way, his grade would have been higher. But I mean, he's only got one way to go, and that's up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jay, what you got for Bryce Young?
I'm gonna give him a C plus. I'm gonna give him a C plus. I mean, yeah, he did turn the ball over. However, we all seen him move that ball down the field a couple times. I like some of those accurate throws he made and the progressions he makes after he hiked the ball. You see him go through, option A, option B, option C, deliver. And I think there's a lot of room to grow for Bryce Young, but definitely got to cut those turnovers down.
And they got to get him some weapons too. I will say that he has no
Chark being out really, I feel like that really hurt it too. Just that field, just opening up the field, stretching it, opening up some space.
Yeah,
really affected that. But all right, that's gonna progress. All right, now last rookie quarterback, AR5, who probably had the cleanest performance out of everybody. What you got, Jay?
AR5. I'm gonna give him a B-. I'm gonna give him a B-. Actually, I'm gonna make it a B, just a plain B. He played a pretty good game. He showed off exactly what we wanted to see, especially in that running ability. He scored his first touchdown. That looked pretty good to me. A couple first downs using his legs. And I don't know if y'all seen this, but he got a little hookup with Michael Pittman Jr. Those guys, there was one drive, they put it on like they've been in the league a couple years. He stood in there. That was a tough game for the Colts. Play against that Jaguars team that was continuously putting up points. I'm gonna give him a B.
All right, Uncle D, what you got?
I got him an A. Like
A, okay.
He looked great. Like there's all the things that they said were wrong with him, you didn't see. The way that he had a great pocket presence, how accurate he was. I mean, you now see why so many teams were high on him. So that not Carolina moving so far up to draft Bryce and not just staying back and trying to maneuver and draft Anthony Richardson might be something that comes back to haunt them. So we'll see.
What'd you give him? What was your grade for him, Darnell?
A.
A?
A, that's right. Yeah. He didn't turn the ball over, did he?
No
turnovers.
I don't think so.
One thing I see, it seemed like they played a pretty safe passing game with him, which is good, hey, what they used to say in basketball, hey, let them see the ball go in a couple times before you shoot them 3-pointers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I see him like very Justin Herbert-esque. Justin Herbert, he has the arm to sling it all the way downfield. But I remember the first season of his career, he wasn't always just gunning down the field. He was completing a lot of underneath short passes that were there. So that's pretty good to see out of a rookie quarterback. Man, bro, this is only week 1. We got so much to go, man. Oh,
yeah,
so excited. But guys, audience, we appreciate you guys tuning in to We the Champs with Darnell and Jay. We got so much coming for you, so we about to head out of here. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and We the Champs. We out.
Yes, sir. Pleasure, fellas.